infatuated with the in-between, the ups and downs, the curves and the rounds. I'll bring it to your city or your hometown. I'll go back in time when the feeling was fine, when funkin' was legal and it wasn't a crime. Party people lined up and down the way, a bigger celebration than your birthday. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. And I have seen the world pristine, funk you up in the bushes, funk you down in the trees. Now look around, all the frowns, the yellow, the white, the red and the brown. And keep in mind, it never costs a dime, 'cause funkin' is free, I remember the time. Now look today, the streets are gray, time to take it back to yesterday. Funkin' in the neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funk was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funk was good. It was good in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood.
And often beer is involved, so it gets
Beer is included?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So business model.
Yeah.
We're
It's
gonna
pretty fun.
We're gonna be live in. What's the count? We might. Be
Oh, we're live now. We're actually live now. I'm talking. We went live.
We're
Welcome to the Underdog Journey. My name is
right now.
my name is
So
Wes.
you'll actually
This guy is David.
You'll be able to go back and watch tonight's show and see this goof up. All right. Pretend like we did this right. Put your hand up
Let's
there.
do
Do the
it.
countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're live again.
And we're back.
Welcome to the Underdog Journey. My name is Wes. I can't even speak. This guy's name is David. And this is par for the course, in case you didn't know. Also, my voice is almost gone. It has been one of those days already, David.
It absolutely is. It's been a wonderful day. As you guys can see, we are live from the Hoffer House here in Columbus. We're running a very special beer promotion tonight. It's buy two, get none free. So you buy 2 beers and you don't get another one for free, but you can't have a third.
It's true.
These are all true statements. And I recommend you take advantage of that deal and get down here tonight. You can watch us live, but don't walk up to the show 3 seconds before we go live.
That was my fault. I should have noticed.
I didn't even see the countdown.
I'm just over here talking. Don't mind the internet. They'll always be there.
It's fine. I'm like, hey, I was just telling this guy, hey, you'll be able to watch us live here in a couple of. Wait a minute, how long do we have before we go live? And then Wes, actually, I don't need to tell you guys. You got to watch it.
Oh man.
Oh, that was good. So we're at the Hofbrau, and that's a good thing.
Today's whole setup, from the time you got here, the time you got into town till now, reminds me of a saying that I think I really should pay more attention to, which is, stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it's been a comedy of issues.
Yes. A Dante-style comedy, not
a funny kind of comedy.
Not a Lost in Las Vegas comedy.
Yeah, the kind of comedy you read and you're like, what did I just witness?
What did I just? A Roman comedy, a Greek comedy. There
yes,
we go.
There you go. One of those.
One of them old people.
So it's almost Thanksgiving. David, what are you doing in town for Thanksgiving?
Well, actually, I had a little bit of business to deal with today. So that's what brought me over. I was trying to knock out some business over here, and I can't take you serious right now. So I had to come over to do some business, knock it out, and in the course of all of that, I brought my son, and he brought his car over, and his car broke down. It lost a ball joint, and it cracked the lower control arm on his car, on his Mustang.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
So yeah, I mean it was an event, and then it just started rolling.
Yeah.
Thing after thing after thing after thing today, going on and on and on about how the day went. So it was lovely. It was lovely.
You had a fun day then.
Trying to zip around town. I did get to see. I went to my doctor first thing this morning, my cardiologist. That was a good.
How's your heart? How's the ticker?
He said I was fat.
You know what? That's their job. They say that to everybody.
Well, yeah, no. He said he just don't eat anything fatty. I was like, you mean like burgers and fries? And he's like, no, don't eat anything fatty.
All right, that was a good one.
He didn't quite go that far, but he did. He did say, David, fat people don't live as long as skinny people, right?
Did he say this to you?
Yeah, yes, he did say that to me. So I love this doctor, by the way.
That's awesome.
I like a good straight shoot, and I like it like clean cut. And he gave me some ideas and tips and pointers and things like that. So, it did not include drinking beer, but I'm going to pretend that it did.
It's true. Drinking beer through a straw is fantastic, by the way. Just so you know, my voice is about to go out.
The straws.
I wasn't going to. However, I forgot. So, just so you guys know, my voice is about to go out. So halfway through the show, if you can't hear me, you'll just hear this guy, and I will mute him if he starts to go too far.
No. No, these people need to hear what I say. Okay, so we have a 30-second agenda tonight. What is crazy is we actually got down here and set up
with plenty of time.
With over an hour to spare.
Oh, yeah.
We had over an hour to spare. We're looking at it, like, hey, we got to go live in 10 minutes. And I'm like, no, Wes, that's 6 o'clock. That'll be 6 o'clock. He's like, oh.
Oh, well, fine then.
Because we did forget. Because normally when we're side by side, there's this weird thing that we can't get the audio where I can hear me. So normally it's I can hear Wes and Wes can hear me, but we can't hear ourselves. So we bought a little doodad today to help fix that.
Yeah, how's that going?
Well, I mean, I can hear, and I haven't got everything pulled up yet, but I'm guessing everybody can hear us. Let me check the text messages. No, we're good. Everybody's found. All the internet says that we're okay.
The internet says. That's great.
The internet says.
That's fantastic.
So, it has been, so we tried something new tonight so we could hear each other. And West had to run back out because we forgot 2 cables.
Forgot the cables.
We got it back in. We were sitting here. We still had, almost a half hour from that.
Yeah.
And so we were so far ahead of schedule that we lost track. we end up talking to somebody.
Oh, we got
as-
plenty of
as
time.
we're
I'll just
going
go over here and
along.
talk to this random
Yeah,
guy.
this random guy's like, "Hey guys, what are you doing?" I'm like, well, I'll tell you what we're doing, buddy. We're talking while we're live and not realizing it. I mean, we could have been talking bad about you guys. We don't. I mean,
It's-
gee, Christmas.
We often do. We often do. It's
often do. Like, our viewers are just the greatest.
But our audience is growing. We have audience in Germany now, which is awesome because we're at the
good.
Opera House. And as we know, everybody else in the world does celebrate American Thanksgiving. So to the rest of the world, happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Look,
All of that.
we're big in Europe. We know they love American Thanksgiving.
I
so
think
happy
we got like
Thanksgiving.
4 viewers in Europe, maybe 5 now.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, one of them I know who it is, but the other ones I don't. And I'm like, wait a minute. I know we got one. I know who that is. Where the hell these other 4 come from?
We're just that good.
Yeah.
We're just that good.
It's word of mouth. Like, hey, bro, did you hear about these 2 drunk guys up there talking about random stuff? You should definitely watch that show.
Yeah, that's the next idea for our show is just random crap. So
Wait, that's not the idea for this show?
it kind of is today. So
It really is today. So 30 seconds before we get started, Wesley was like, clack, 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 trying to get an agenda kind of outline for himself. And I said, just tell me what we're doing. I'll wing it.
yeah, as usual. So because I usually get the agenda to you pretty late anyway. So
Yeah. See, I got it.
one of those.
So the waitress come by here earlier, and West had not touched his beer. I mean, literally not had one drink. It's been there
Because
for
I'm
an
actually
hour and a
working.
half.
I'm like doing stuff.
And I said, well, he does all the work. I'm the guy that's assigned to do things like this. Hey, you over there. That's my job. He does this.
Being the
I do
Fonz is a
this.
pretty cool job.
Hey.
I got to admit.
It works. It works for us. We got 5 viewers in Europe, 1 in Japan,
So
which hopefully I'll be expanding here soon.
right. So David,
Oh,
We
wait.
do-
Happy birthday, Keith.
Keith, happy birthday, man.
Yes, we
Oh.
did have a request to tell a happy birthday to Keith, who is a semi-frequent visitor down here at the House, Columbus.
Yeah.
And he took out here 1 growler, which if you guys come down, you can get them yourselves. 1 growler of Weizen and 1 growler of Dunkel.
This is not a sponsored video. We
Yeah.
just love drink
We
beer.
really love the beer here.
It is great beer.
If you're a beer drinker, this is where you need to drink beer.
So this tells you how often my wife drinks beer. So I was debating getting some beer from some crowlers from the Opera House to take to Thanksgiving tomorrow. And my wife, my current wife, I should say, said, no, don't get it from there. It's too hoppy. It's too hoppy. And I'm like, have you ever
sorry?
been to the Opera House?
Have you ever been to the Hopper House? Have you ever watched our show?
Right. So she has some learning to do. I'm
What
just
the
saying.
hey? What? the
Oh,
hey?
hey, Stevie. Stevie Evans is on. He says, happy Thanksgiving, fellas.
Listen, I
Stevie,
literally-
good seeing you, man.
Literally have just switched over. Hey, Stevie, how's it going? So, Stevie Evans is from Big Bentley's Pet Supply. And I just recently redid our living room, did the painting and everything. And I'm redoing the carpet. I'm ripping all of it out and doing hardwood floors. But it might be another 6 months to a year before we get to that level because we're taking out all of the carpet, all of the hardwood floor, and all the tile on the first floor and switching it all over to hardwood.
Yeah.
So I wanted the carpet to look good, and the people who had the house before me had dogs, and we'll just say they didn't take them out enough. And so there were some spots that really needed to come out of the carpet, and I used. He's dropped the link in the thing there.
I got it on the screen.
Shopbigbentley.com, and I'll tell you, I used a spot cleaner, and his tactic. I put a 25-pound weight on it. Worked like a charm. I'm like, all right, so the spot works. So I use this stuff, and I will recommend this. Get us a motorized pump. This stuff, because I'm sitting there squeezing this trigger over. My hand was cramping like crazy, and but I did the whole floor, and then I said, all right, I'm gonna do a carpet clean on this, and I dumped the stain remover into the reservoir for the soap, and then mixed it with ridiculously hot water. Did the whole carpet, and it looks. I mean, it's an old carpet, but it looks amazing now.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
Also, Stevie, hey, is this a new website? This looks different from the last one that I saw. So
This
is
website
fantastic.
looks really good.
Yeah, the images look great. You got some good photography going on.
Yeah.
New website. Is this still Is this still Wix? I think you're on Wix before.
Yeah.
Just curious, but yeah, everybody, seriously.
Yeah.
Stevie Evans, his urine destroyer and his odor eliminator. They're bioenzymatic. They're safe to be around pets and family and kids. And man, they work great. It's a really good product.
They do.
And again,
They
this
do.
is not a sponsored thing. We just really like his product.
Yeah. So far we're not looking to sponsor. If you're out there and you're like,
Oh, he's
hey,
on
we want to use
Shopify,
it-
he says.
So okay, he's on Shopify. Okay, great. So Shopify websites are really good. And
Mm-hmm.
right here's an excellent example of a well put together Shopify website.
Yeah, fantastic. Look,
We're good.
I'm putting together a Shopify website now, so I think we should talk to Stevie soon
Yeah.
and go over his website. Stevie, if you're available, hop on Skype. We'll put you on.
So yeah, there's but he sent me samples out of the tobacco odor eliminator that he has. And I have not gotten a chance because I don't smoke tobacco in the house, but I got to tell you, I'm thinking about giving it a go. I'm thinking about just firing off an old stogie in my office area, my lounge area.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the night, giving this stuff a go, spraying it around and letting it
Yeah, here's
work
what
its magic.
here's how you really test it, okay? You smoke a cigar in the house. You spray down the smoke eliminator in the house. You don't tell your wife and see if she says anything.
Oh,
That's the test.
luckily, neither
That's
one
the
of
test.
Neither one of our current wives watch our shows. We can get away with this.
It's true. My current wife used to watch the show, but
Yeah.
we put an end to that real quick.
Yes.
But Stevie, man, great looking website. I really, really like that. That is awesome.
So he says he's at a family gathering. So there's nothing more family than watching the Underdog journey.
Stevie, yeah.
You should be up on the show. You should broadcast us up to the big TV, little screen share, and everybody should. You guys should start a drinking game based off of the Underdog journey.
It's true. You got to take shots using a bendy straw. That's
Yes, the bendy.
that's what you got to do.
The bendy straws. So it was just before the show. So Wes came over here. Waitress comes by, takes a look, says, "Literally, you haven't touched it." And he's like, "I've been waiting for a straw. I want a bendy straw." So she goes and hunts him down. Hunts.
My
That is
current
not what
wife.
she did.
My current wife does not watch the show.
It's good. So she goes and hunts down a purple lavender bendy straw for me. So I was like, if he gets a bendy straw, I want a bendy straw. I want a red bendy straw. Red's kind of my color tonight. I kind of want to feel the red tonight. You know, scarlet and gray. I got enough blue on. It's Michigan week. I shouldn't be wearing
Right?
it
Come on,
anyway.
man. Come on.
But
Amateur hour.
Yeah, it's amateur hour over here. But I got my red bendy straw, and I'll tell you what. Don't drink beer out of a bendy straw.
No, I've gotten some weird looks already. Nobody's said anything yet, but I
And to be
feel
fair, we have earned every one of those. Hey, that we have earned every one of those looks.
we have. It's true.
Yeah.
You drink beer out of a bendy straw, you got it coming.
Yeah, and they put us up here on a bench today. So they brought a bench up to us today.
And it's
instead of our
lower than the
standard
chairs, so I feel like
Yeah, it's
I
up
feel like I'm down here on the microphone.
I feel like I'm low. Here we go. We can just,
Welcome to the Underdog Journey. Actually, it sounds pretty good that way.
yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, let's not do stuff that makes us sound better than we normally are.
It's true. Look, I don't have very much voice left. We got to use it wisely.
Nope.
Nope. That ship sailed a long time ago.
That ship is sailed.
But Stevie, honestly, great website. Everybody, check out.
that's good stuff.
Let me get the URL back up there. Everybody, go to shopbigbentley.com. His products are great.
BigBentley.com. So that's a new website too. It's a new name.
Yeah, his website used to be Big Bentley's Pet Supply
Big Bentley's Pet
Co.
Supply. Yeah,
.com, I think. Yeah, but no, Stevie, this looks great.
it was really good.
Honestly,
Real good upgrade. All the products look good on there. I'll tell you what. We know a guy. You guys have seen him. You're familiar with him. His name is Matthew J. Harmonious. He sits in the background drinking bourbon at West's house when we're doing this show remote.
he's the reason I'm always out of bourbon.
Yeah, he is probably one of the most phenomenal photographers for products that you're ever going to come across. So
Yep.
if you decide, say, hey, I want to get some real professional photographs of this product or that product or a scenario or situation, then reach out to us. We'll bridge the contact. We'll get you in touch with Little Red Hen Photography.
Yes.
And he'll work a great deal for you. He did my wedding photography, and he's doing my son's graduation pictures.
Yeah, he does a
That's
great
how good
job.
he is.
I'm going to hire him to do some work for me very soon. So information on that's going to be forthcoming.
Hashtag West at OnlyFans.com. West at OnlyFans.com.
Actually, I do have some information about OnlyFans. There's some news about OnlyFans. There is some news about OnlyFans. This is a real thing. So
I'm only a little, but I am a little worried.
So it's a little bit of a jump going from Big Bentley's Pet Supply to OnlyFans. Stevie, look, you got to do what you got to do to make some money. But so we've talked about Teespring in the past.
Yep.
Teespring. So Teespring is one of those companies where you can have print-on-demand T-shirts, right? You can go on. They can make you a mug or a T-shirt or a print in your house of whatever this and that knickknack. And there are other companies like that. Another big company like that is called Printful. Printful.com.
Printful.
That's what I'm going to use for the website that I'm building right now. Going to have some T-shirts, going to have some merch on there. But one of the interesting things about Printful, and Teespring does this also, is they integrate with like your YouTube channel and your Instagram account and your Facebook page. You can actually sell products, print-on-demand products, on these different pages. Well, guess what Printful just added? Print-on-demand merch for OnlyFans. So for all of you OnlyFans fans out there, now you can get merch from your favorite content producer. I'll say that's a nice way to put it. Content producer. Content producer.
See, I know what I've never seen the website. I don't honestly know what is encompassed in OnlyFans.
We should get an OnlyFans page, and it's literally just this.
Yeah,
this should be our OnlyFans.
But I know what a lot of I know the ography. The ography that is on
right. Yeah,
the
a lot of the
going
material is adult oriented. We'll
Yes.
say, but
Yes.
you can literally have an OnlyFans page and put anything on there. Like we could put this on OnlyFans. That would be hilarious.
All right.
Dave and West start an OnlyFans page.
In the comments, do you guys want to see West and Dave, the Underdog Journey, start an OnlyFans page?
I had a drink of beer in my mouth when you said that.
I'm afraid
Leave it.
I'm afraid people are going to answer.
Leave a comment letting us know if you think we should start an OnlyFans page. I think, David, you and I can start a great OnlyFans page. Look, it's not just adult oriented. You can have stuff just like this. You could make technically, I guess you could make kids programming and put it on OnlyFans. Technically. I'm not saying anybody actually does that or should ever do that. So here's the thing. Here's what a lot of people don't understand. OnlyFans.
How are you going to recover from this one? Here's what you don't understand. OnlyFans.
OnlyFans wasn't built specifically to host adult-oriented material.
Yeah, I get it.
It's a gated site. It's a paywall. It's a paywall for any content you want to put up there.
It's a paywall social media site, which is understandable, is good, but it would be like trying to launch. Okay, let's invert this. Okay,
Shannon Black says yes. Stevie Evans says no, and Shannon Black just upped it and said, "I dare you." Shannon Black, you need an OnlyFans page. Who's gonna subscribe to Shannon Black's OnlyFans?
Whoa. What's he gonna call it? Hillbillytuna.com? Oh. Okay.
We were supposed to talk about the business trends of 2022, but this is way more interesting.
It's only 7:27.
We have plenty of time.
15 minutes until we go. Hey, onto our actual topic tonight.
Fair point.
Give you 15 minutes of good quality product, and then get out the door. Which, to be honest, is our MO.
It is. We do that a lot. It's true.
Okay. So, think about the inverse. So, let's say we wanted to run this channel and go on OnlyFans. Let's invert that and say we want to put Oh, gee, Christmas. You're the one with the language tonight. I can't talk. Adult content on LinkedIn. It's something we've been talking about for 2 years, over 2 years now, about making sure you are connecting with your your customers where your customers are. Our customers, I got to tell you, they're not on OnlyFans. Let me rephrase that. They're not on OnlyFans looking for us.
They're not looking for us. Nobody's looking for us.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we got people in freaking Europe. We got people in Japan. We got,
look.
you know.
Some Europeans are into some weird stuff, man.
It's your red hair that's doing it.
It's true. The redheads. We got it going on.
So, yeah, I'm just going to let that go. I'm just going to let that go.
That's for you, Shannon.
That's for... Oh, dear Lord. Wait, let me go back to my beer and my bendy straw here.
Show is already off to a weird start.
Here we go. That's for you, Shannon.
No, it's getting too weird. It's getting too weird. Too weird. I need a button on here.
That was too weird?
Yeah, I need a screen on here that just shows like the technical difficulties with the loony bird. Yeah, no.
Oh, dear Lord. Something has gone wrong. The rails are dislodged, and
Today has been a weird day, man.
It is. So,
just from the get-go, it's been weird.
So, my client that I met with over here actually ended up dropping me off at your house. So I texted Wes and say, Wes, I'm on my way to your house. And he goes, I got to work for a couple more hours yet. I'm like, that's cool. I'll just sit and stare at you. And he fires back, that might get weird. And
it got weird.
It got weird.
And it stayed weird.
It got weird.
And we're bringing it to you.
It didn't get weird. It started weird.
Yeah. And we're bringing it to you, so you're welcome.
Bring it to you live. Way too weird, LOL, he says.
Oh, we got it on the screen.
I believe LOL means lots of love.
Way too weird. Lots of love to you too, Shannon.
Lots of love, Shannon. Lots of love. It's a good time. It's a great time to be alive. When we can do random stuff like, and that was really the point of this. And, to tie it back into a little bit of business, and again, we've been talking about this for 2 years, about making sure you connect with your customers where your customers are. So if you're trying to get on this platform or that platform, and let's get rid of the social media site. Let's say you're trying to connect to a demographic. Let's say you're trying to sell Bengay, all right? The arthritic topical cream, all right? You are not selling that on Facebook. You are not selling that through digital media. Your best friend is going to be the what's that thing that comes in the mail once a month with all the coupons in it?
Oh, the thing I throw away all the time. I hate
we
those
throw
things.
it away, but they don't. That market is not throwing it away.
The coupon magazine book thing. Yeah.
What the frick is that?
I think it's owned by. So I think it was Red Plum, and then I think.
What you do with your plums is your own business.
No, it was a company called Red Plum that put that thing out, and then
like neighborhood. I don't know, what is it called? If anybody out there, put it in the comments. What the heck it is I'm trying to think of? Is the whole package of coupons.
A giant stack of coupons that in the magazine that takes up my entire mailbox.
So there you go. It's like not quite the Publishers Clearinghouse, but very similar.
We know what you're saying. Yeah.
So very similar to that. So that if you're going to try to market, that's what you want to market. You know what? If there is an advertisement that you want to sell Bengay cream, put it on at the 5 o'clock news, not the 6 o'clock or the 11 o'clock news. Put it on at the 5 o'clock news. Because guess what? That's where your demographic is going. That is where your demographic is. The circular, Shannon says circular.
We know what you're saying. We know what you're saying.
Yeah, man. Here
it's gonna bug it. It's gonna bug it now.
I'm gonna be 2.75% sheets to the wind, and it's gonna dawn on me, and I'm just gonna shout it out at random. Everybody around me is gonna be like, "What the?" Yes.
So it's a typical.
It's literally
a typical 8 o'clock
evening. It's going to literally eat away at my soul until I remember what this is. But yeah, so we've been talking about it for 2 years about how to make sure you're connecting with your customers where they go.
So you're saying our customers are not on OnlyFans?
Our customers,
or at least not looking for our content on OnlyFans.
Exactly. Our customers are not looking for our content on OnlyFans. The webcam that's down looking at our bare feet right now has nothing to do with the business podcast above the table.
Look, you got to make money somehow.
I'm not.
You got to make
with
money
that.
somehow.
I'm just saying those are two completely separate marketing tactics and campaigns. You know me, I love the 80-20. 80% of your revenues can come from 20% of your
That's true.
customers.
That's actually very true.
And I focus on that 80%. If I pick up the other 20, I want to pick up the other 20 as peripheral. I don't want to invest money in those 20% because
Right.
that is not a good return on my investment.
No, but the 20 plays into brand awareness, which is what you need.
Exactly. The 20 can become the 80, become part of the 80 by growing the brand awareness. It is a very complicated metric or a very complicated algorithm that you can. What?
Yes. So our good friend Kevin Klaus brought me a gift today. Klaus, thank you for that, by the way. I assume that's mine.
So
It is.
so
Yes.
It does not fail. So here we go. We got to get a picture. Don't mind us. We're just over here. We're just taking selfies with people.
People just come up on stage and get selfies with us.
I
Klaus,
will
thank
tell
you.
you, it's usually the.
Oh, we take
drunken-
tips. I need that. I know.
Here's a tip.
He just gave us a tip jar.
Oh,
Dude,
So-
that's awesome.
So back
Thank
to it.
you.
You know, it's reaching and connecting with your customer where they are. Going to OnlyFans to try to connect with a entertainment-based business podcast that's not what they're going there for. So, and it's still killing me.
But
Killing
wouldn't it be
me.
hilarious?
What is the name of that thing? I got to look it up.
But wouldn't it be hilarious if we had an OnlyFans page where we just
Oh, don't get me
broadcast
wrong,
this?
I still want to do it.
Like
because
this,
I
it's
think
just,
it'd be
it's just
hilarious.
this. We live stream this show to OnlyFans. Oh, just saying. I'm just saying. I wonder if this software can get there. We're gonna try it. We'll let you know how that goes. But
Valpak.
Valpak,
Oh, I
Valpak,
would've-
you're welcome.
I would have not
For
have
the
gotten
free
there.
advertising.
I would not have gotten there in days. The word Valpak. Yeah, please don't put the tip. I'm afraid somebody put me put tips in there. And you know me, I would just leave it for the next musician who comes up. Because if you guys don't know, we're actually up here on stage, and it is.
Yeah, we're on stage at the
don't-
Opera House.
Yeah, we don't have the camera up here to show it, but this is where the musicians and all the entertainment comes. And when we come here, it's hilarious because all the waiters and waitresses come to us after the show. They say, everybody wants to know what you guys are doing up there. And it would be embarrassing for them to find out that it's not much.
It's not as cool as you think it is.
We're peddling our OnlyFans page tonight,
Exactly.
and doing finger pistols.
So very high tech. That's how we
Yes.
roll.
That's what we do. That is what we do. So we have a semi-agenda tonight.
Sort of an agenda.
Yeah.
But you know, one of the things I wanted,
Valpak.
I'm glad. Valpak, you need an OnlyFans page.
The Valpak
See,
OnlyFans
it all
page.
it all
I love
flows
it.
together. It all comes back.
I love it.
It's like poetry up here. Poetry. Wait, you trying to say this is how cool people do it? Yeah, exactly. So, earlier you mentioned LinkedIn and going where your audience is, right?
Yeah.
So the funny thing is, before we get to the main topic, all these giant tech companies are laying people off left and right.
Yeah.
First it was Facebook with I forget how many thousands of people. I should have looked it up, but I didn't.
It was a lot. I can find it while you're
Yeah.
talking.
Then there was Twitter with how many thousands of people that got laid off. Find that number too. We'll add them all up. And then about 1,200 more people from Twitter just resigned because of a certain set of ultimatums. Amazon also just laid off
11,000 under Meta.
11,000 under Meta. Okay, let's look up Twitter. And then, okay, how many? We're still looking it up.
7,500 through Twitter.
7,500 on Twitter, plus 1,200 more.
Yeah.
What about Amazon? Amazon just had a massive layoff as well. Amazon's another one. Let's find out Amazon's layoffs.
I'm not used to using this keyboard. I'm a weirdo. If you guys ever see the
Oh.
random keyboard that's
He's a weirdo.
Yeah, yes. That's curved and it's split.
Yeah,
That's the keyboard I use at home.
yeah.
And it's like, and if you hear me typing, it's like, oh my God, it flies. But when I'm on this keyboard, I'm like,
What about Amazon?
Amazon layoffs is okay. Well, we've got extended 10,000.
Okay, so we had 11,000.
Yep.
We had 11,000 for Meta. We had, let's see,
7,500 for Twitter.
7,500 for Twitter.
We have 10,000 for Amazon.
10,000 for Amazon.
And that's going to extend into 2023.
Right. And HP is laying off 6,000 more people. And there are companies, that's just a few of the big ones because they hit the headlines. There are big tech companies that are laying people off left and right. Here's the thing. The economy's not going to get better before it gets worse. Remember this, okay? Now, it's not all doom and gloom. We're going to give you some silver linings here. Fear. Exactly. But here's the thing. If you're searching for a job right now, okay, it might be easy right now, but after the new year, when these people actually get down to business and say, I need to find a job, if you are even remotely in tech or marketing, it's going to be really hard really soon to compete with that those kind of people. Here's what you have to remember. I'm glad you mentioned LinkedIn, because a lot of people don't do this. LinkedIn is your best friend right now, okay? LinkedIn's your best friend. Out of all the social media platforms you need to be on, make your connections on LinkedIn.
Yes.
When you go to LinkedIn and you search for a job, okay? You search for a job on there, whether it's remote or in person or what have you, whatever your field is, find out who else is related to that role at that company. Connect with the person and leave a personalized message. Don't just connect and hope they connect back with you. Leave a personalized message. Make those connections because you know what? They're going to remember that about you.
Okay, I'm gonna go a step further.
Yes.
I'm gonna go a step further. There's this podcast that comes out on Wednesday nights called The Underdog Journey, who has talked about how many times it takes for a touch to remember brand awareness, to get a idea that this company is associated with this item, and it builds interest into a purchaser to go towards your product. Looking for a job, and I'm telling you right now, in Q1 and Q2 of 2023, of FY23, we are going to be running into a lot of this.
Yeah, you're right.
So if you're out there, and I get this, I've seen it over and over and over again. I applied online.
Yeah.
That's all there is. Well, those same rules and laws apply to you as well.
Right.
And making that connection with a hiring agent.
Yep.
With and then there are certain things that we can teach you at another time. Tonight's not the night.
Tonight is not the night.
About how to manipulate your, the white wording that you can do in your resume.
Yeah, that's a big one.
When you submit it to white wording, that way, on the paper it doesn't show up, but it's literally just letters in white, so it flags you, push it. There's a whole other thing. We'll get another night. But the same rules apply for those. How many touches is it for brand recognition?
Minimum
or brand
7.
Awareness?
Minimum 7.
Minimum of 7. So if you have an opportunity, which you do via LinkedIn and other social medias, but mainly via LinkedIn, how's that pretzel bite?
Pretty darn good.
I'm sorry, I had to play the waiter/waitress over here and ask him the moment a bite of food went in his mouth. But anyway, we're talking about 7 impressions. Some people call it impressions, some people call it touches, but it doesn't matter. There's 7 impressions on a person before they look at a brand. Look at yourself as a brand.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're out there looking for a job, if you're in the tech industry, you need to be ahead of this. You need to be pushing further and past this. And that is going to be my advice for you as a guy who has hired people and fired people and controlled it. If I have a positive opinion of you going in before the interview, you have a higher chance of getting that job.
Right.
And I'm telling you right now, we have absolutely flooded the market.
Oh, man.
With this specific sector.
Yeah.
It is way overdue. We are way past due for what is happening. And that is only going to make it that much.
Yeah, it's a
worse.
massive correction right now. So I think we should start doing some shows on how to get found on LinkedIn, how to connect with the right people, and because we have a lot of good tactics that not a lot of people realize, and not a lot of people even realize how important making those connections on a site like LinkedIn is. You need to make those connections and actually give personalized messages to these people. Follow what they do on there. When they make a post, comment on their post. They're going to remember it. Ask
Yep.
questions. They're going to remember it.
Make a comment. Making comments great.
An intelligent, relevant comment.
Asking a question. It's asking a question that they're going to take time to respond to, and it has to be again back to a quality and relevant question.
Right.
Is going to be off the charts. So basically, we're telling you to start your campaign because that's truly what it is.
It is.
And you know who else actually had a campaign manager walk into their office and say, hey, I want to run your campaign to be the CEO. Do you remember who that was?
No.
That was Robert Iger.
Ah, I knew we'd tie back to
of
that
the
somehow.
Walt Disney Company, who is back. Now,
I knew we'd tie back to that somehow.
everyone out there who goes, there's not a person out there worth $100 million.
Bob Iger is.
Bob Iger, in after-hours trading, added $10 billion to the value.
Right. So,
Now, it
so explain that
corrected
real
itself a
quick.
little bit.
So
Bob Chapek, Robert Paycheck, who has been CEO since Iger stepped out of it a couple years ago, and you guys have heard us talk about it quite a bit. It has been, kind of he kind of fumbled a lot of things. He lost sense of the core of the company, and it really showed. It was damaging. His Q3 results were extremely poor on the reporting, and they replaced him literally in the middle of the night. They talked to Bob Iger on Friday. On Sunday evening, they announced that Bob Chapek was out and that Robert Iger, of all people in the entire world, the guy that we all wanted back, is back. Now, I don't agree with, there are certain things, we'll go more on the political side of the world, that I don't necessarily agree with him. But business-wise, there is nobody else I would want running a company than him. On the announcement on Sunday night, after hours trading, they increased $9.75 per share with a grand total of over $10 billion
wow.
of money being invested into that company because Bob Iger took
and
back
that
control.
wasn't actually when they actually announced it yet. That was on the rumor he was being reintroduced.
Yes, that was after hours trading. That was people that were looking for that 9 a.m. bell to ring. I want to be in on it. $10 billion. So
insane.
Don't tell me somebody's not worth $100 million. So that guy absolutely is.
So,
Bob, I work for a massive company right now. If you come to me and want me to work for you, I'm doing it.
Yeah, Mr. Iger, we know you watch the show. Hire the Underdog Journey to do your marketing and consulting for you, and we'll be there in a minute. Here's the thing, though. Last week, we actually had an employee of the Walt Disney Company. He is an Imagineer with Walt Disney, and he didn't mention a thing about this. I'm very disappointed, Steve, that you didn't mention this forthcoming news and give us the scoop. Steve, you got some explaining to do. I'm very disappointed.
We count on you for insider trading information,
Yes,
sir.
come on, man.
But I can tell you, there were millions of dollars
You know what?
made
Had Steve
Sunday night.
even given me a hint, I would have dumped all my savings into Disney. But no, Steve, you didn't say a thing. I blame you.
Good man, the FCC approves of your actions.
FTC.
FTC.
The FCC.
FCC.
We are broadcasting, so maybe it is the FCC also.
Sorry, there's an alphabet soup out there. I get lost sometimes.
One of the F something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's F something.
We won't. Let's just end it there. Let's just stop with that.
My SpaghettiOs spell ooh. Those are Cheerios, Peter.
That's a good show. That is a good show.
It's a great show.
But back to resumes. So here's a stat that I just learned. Only 2 to 3% of people who apply for any given job actually get an interview. So if you don't get an interview...
That actually seems high to me.
Yeah. So if you don't get an interview, don't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
You need to put out... So back to the old photography rule. You need to take at least 100 photos to get one good one. Same thing with jobs. I've turned down a lot of jobs. A lot of jobs.
I do turn down a lot of jobs.
Because guess what? There's something about it.
But
It
Bob,
doesn't
I'll come
strike
work
right.
for you.
Bob Iger, he will
Bob
work
Iger,
for you.
I'll come to work for you.
Bob Iger, we know you watch the show. Just drop us a line. Leave a comment, Bob, if you want to hire David. Leave a comment down below.
I'm gonna see if he's on Facebook and ping him.
Hey, ping old Bobby.
Who's that person? There's that person. I have no idea how she ended up on.
Oh, Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton. Every Wednesday, I send a message to Paris Hilton to come watch the Underdog Journey. I have no idea how she ended up in my group of people that Facebook was like, hey, you should invite this person. But she's on there, so I invite her.
That's hilarious. Hilarious. It's hilarious. By the way, my voice is still going out, so that's why I sound hoarse and weird right now.
Well,
Also,
you
I can't
sound
really
a little
tell.
more manly than normal.
Also, I can't really tell how we sound because this soundboard that we bought sucks. So that's going back to the store. Thank you, Micro Center, for that.
Yeah. Well, we spent $30 on it, so or was that 50? I don't remember.
It was 50.
It was $50. So a $50 soundboard.
Look,
we can't expect.
we're gonna make something better. We're gonna make
we
something
are gonna
better.
Make something better. What's funny is
Literally.
in order to make mine work, we had to only push it in partial because we rammed it in all the way. It just shut down.
I have no comments. No comments. This is a family show, David. This is a
Let's
family
see
show.
here. We have
You're trying to
Bob
get me in
Iger,
trouble.
Disney Channel Central. Let's click that button. Let's send it to them. Another Bob Iger.
So while he's looking for Bob Iger, I have
public
some
figure, there we
I have
go.
some information here to share, which is every year, every company and their brother decides that they want to put together stats for the holiday shopping season.
That is always a great time of year.
It is, and you know what? I nerd out on these documents because they always have stats and figures and numbers. That look,
I love stats.
but here's the thing: most people don't. But if you want to sell any product or have any service that actually makes some money, any kind of business proposition at all, you need this. I don't know how OnlyFans plays into this, but
I'm gonna go a little different because you are the guy that's involved in them intimately. You may not need them. Somebody on your team absolutely needs them if you plan on being successful.
you know what? I refute that. I say you do need them.
No.
Even if
I
you're a
need to
one-man
know-
show
No. Okay.
and
no,
you're
no,
selling
I'm just
dog
saying-
biscuits on the
I'm
side.
just saying. Let's say I'm running the Walt Disney Company here next year.
Okay?
I don't need them. I need to know that the people that I put in charge, that they have them.
Okay, fair enough.
All right?
Fair enough.
Somebody in your organization has to have them. If there's nobody else in your organization, guess what? It's you.
But even if you're thinking about starting a business, you need this. You need this. You do. Because here's the thing. So Adobe Analytics is one of the biggest analytics partners. The two biggest you're going to find on the market right now are going to be Adobe Analytics and Google Analytics. Right. Adobe puts out one of the better spreadsheets where they track all the spending across all the markets in the entire world. And they compile these into the most relevant information. And they always put this out right before Black Friday. Because guess what? The Friday after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, is when the holiday shopping season really explodes. It's traditionally when most of the companies put out all of their best deals, all their best sales.
A lot of sales, a lot of deals, a lot of things. Some people think that, it's leftover stuff, but no. Manufacturers, wholesalers will wholesale. I'm sorry, I was born in West Virginia, so sometimes I hillbilly out. Wholesalers will make literally a special deal with a retailer to put out this specific product on this specific day. And they make a special deal. It is not, I've heard a lot of people say, oh, it's just all the leftovers. That's not how it works. It is not how it works
Right.
at all.
It's not, yeah. So we're going to take a look at Adobe Analytics. Adobe's.
Bring it to me, Adobe. Wait, that sounds like a finger gun situation.
Adobe's holiday shopping trends for 2022. Sorry, that'd be 2 years too late. Sorry, my voice is going out. I got to cut. It's a whole thing.
Are you drinking the beer over there out of a sippy straw?
What? Sorry, I stopped using this straw for a while, but I was getting some weird looks. Like one of the tables was like,
I'm actually going to try to make eye contact with a person and just drink out of the sippy straw. Who can I make feel the most uncomfortable? Probably West, but
yeah. Well, look,
We're gonna buy
almost
that.
anyone who's watching the show.
yes.
But
Let me go over there. We got. Was there a Shotsky going?
is it a Shotsky? I see a Shotsky. We should have the second camera on for this.
What?
We don't have the second. They didn't
Where's
even.
the pump?
They didn't even do the.
Where's the pump? You gotta have the pump and
Here's what we got to do. We got to show them how to do a shot ski. We'll do a 2-man shot ski live online.
Uber is my friend tonight. All right, who we got? Who we got out there?
This is a great business. This is a great business podcast, by the way, David. This is fantastic.
Oh yeah, you show the analytics while I find a victim. I mean a person.
All right, so the total estimated spending that Adobe tells us right now is $209.7 billion estimated to be spent this year.
No.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
No. Go back and do it again, and do it right.
$209.7 billion.
Without a single word, he knew exactly.
Come on. How else are you going to do it? Billion dollars. How else are you going to do it? That's a great movie. Great movie.
That's good. All right, there we go. There's my victim.
Right. And actually, all of these, I'm not even sure this goes, they've estimated this all the way through the Christmas season because a lot of the stats stop around Cyber Monday. As we know, Cyber Monday is the Monday after Thanksgiving.
Monday following the Black Friday.
Right, so there's Black Friday weekend, and then Cyber Monday. So a lot of these stats stop around Cyber Monday, so I'm not even sure this includes all of the holiday shopping season, but $209.7 billion. Most of that obviously comes on Cyber Monday. Look, I would love to see 2019 stats versus 2022 stats, because honestly, the adoption of online shopping and digital technologies exploded when the world was shut down with an unknown virus.
No. Global plague sniffles of death.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it. Yeah, I'm trying not to mention the name of the thing, even though you're allowed to say it now. Look, I'm trying to play the game. Social media companies don't.
Otherwise, we'll put a banner on our page.
Right, exactly.
I'm restricted on Facebook right now from something I said back in May.
Right, exactly. I'm not taking any chances. I'm not saying the word. So, because of the C word,
Clutch my pearls.
Exactly. Because of the virus that begins with a C and ends with a 19, the world changed, frankly. Our shopping habits changed. Yes, we all caught that.
We talked about that. We've talked about that quite a bit about how the global plague sniffles of death,
and it's still affecting the world today.
And and how it advanced us, 8 to 10 years digitally in our daily operations.
Our adoption of digital technologies, streaming technologies, advances by at least 10 years. If it weren't for that, would as many people today be using Teams videos, Zoom, Skype the way that we do now? No, it wouldn't happen. Online shopping. We would still have online shopping. We had it before, but not to the extent that we have it now.
Yes.
Curbside pickup.
And we had it. Curbside pickup, we had it. There's a lot of things we had going into that that time frame that were very evidently advanced.
Yes, very much so.
Is that a good beer? What are you drinking?
Holy
crap! It is 7:56 p.m. We have not talked about what we're drinking tonight.
What are we doing? What kind of show is this?
That is why we're all off kilter.
We are just a shirt show tonight, David. We're all over the place.
Fecal theater, if you please.
You didn't even know what I'm drinking. I am having the Hefeweizen from Hofbrauhaus here in Columbus.
Ooh, the Hefeweizen. Okay, so that used to be my go-to. But I rocked in here tonight, and they got the Urbrau.
The Urbrau?
The Urbrau.
Explain an Urbrau to me.
Urbrau is a red
I got two Urbraus.
Urbrau is a red lager, so it's a redhead. And
you're welcome.
When given the opportunity,
you're welcome, David.
I am going to take the redhead.
As I've heard multiple times tonight. How is the redhead treating you?
The redhead is delicious and satisfying in every single way.
As it should be. I will drink to that.
And that's how we make everybody awkward.
And that's how we all feel uncomfortable before the end of the show at least once. So sorry. I'm fighting. I had a flu earlier in the week and it went down to my chest. Still have a cough. I'm not sick anymore. But I haven't had the Urbrau. Is it pretty good?
It's good. You should, when you finally finish sipping your beer, you should have one. It is really good. I'm ready for liter number 3.
There you go. Look. Some of us actually work on this show, David.
It's me.
It is. It's all David. It's all David. All right.
It's all David. That's why last week last week you had Steve. How do you pronounce his last name?
Steve Catronio from
Catronio.
From Grimwood Hollow on YouTube.
Grimwood
Go to
Hollow,
YouTube.
yeah.
Check out his YouTube channel, Grimwood Hollow.
I love watching Grimwood Hollow. So I was very sad to hear this year that they weren't going to get a chance to do the
Right.
his haunted house out there, and I got to do some travel that might put me through his.
Oh,
area.
that'd be awesome.
It is on my list. If
Yeah.
I get a chance, I want to go by and see next October. I want to go by and see. Hopefully, he's got it back up and running. I'm going to go by and do the Grimwood Hollows haunted house type thing.
Yeah. So normally, so first of all, he's a Disney Imagineer, right? So he sculpts all of a lot of the, if you go to Disney theme park and all the things that are sculpted and these big statues and the rides and all the stuff that goes along with the rides. He's one of the guys who sculpts those things. And he's worked on huge Hollywood features, like big movies. Men in Black, I mean, just gigantic movies. And
Phantasm is the one that got me.
oh, dude. His
When he just reached over and grabbed that little silver orb, I'm done, man. I'm
Right.
just done because I'm like, oh, my God.
and he's got this stuff just sitting around the room we're talking to him.
Here we go. Here's this. I'm like,
Right.
flabbergasted.
And he
So
did that when he was like 15.
Yeah, and I haven't had a chance to go back and watch last week's show because I've been so freaking busy. But I've got some travel time coming up that's going to put me with a little bit of dead time.
Yeah.
I'm going back and rewatching the
Right.
show. I usually go back and rewatch every one of our shows.
At least one of us does.
It's well, that's how you get better is you look at what you're doing and you move forward.
Yeah, of course.
Which is how I'm so refined. And
You're very refined, Dave.
charismatic
That's
in front of the camera and the microphone.
typically how you're known as refined. So Steve, he's actually an amazing sculptor. He's so good. He wouldn't work at Disney if he weren't amazing. But check out his YouTube channel, Grimwood Hollow, where he actually walks you through how to do this stuff with just stuff you have around the house. And all right, nobody else can really hear it. It's fine. Basically, there's a song happening right now that is a Hofbrauhaus regular thing. Steve, I'm sorry, I was trying to give you a good shout out when this happens. Hi, hi, hi! Hi, hi, hi! All right, and that is what happens when you broadcast from the Hofbrauhaus.
Indeed. All right, I
So
have
anyway,
finished my drink. I
at Grimwood Hollow is his website where he talks about the stuff he makes for his Grimwood Hollow is what he and his wife call their Halloween super haunted house. So they're actually famous in the ultra haunted house world for making these amazing displays, and we've all seen them where it's stuff that's ultra realistic and just super spooky and scary. That's what he does. And he hasn't done it in the last couple of years. They actually stopped during the C word with ending in 19. But hopefully,
Nick 2.
so hopefully in 2023 they'll be back. That was a great movie, by the way. I refute anyone who says Army of Darkness was not one of the best movies ever made.
Darkness is absolutely one of the best movies ever made.
We need Bruce Campbell on the show now.
Bruce.
Okay,
I'll see
message
what I can do.
old Brucey boy. But so anyway, Grimwood Hollow is his ultra amazing Halloween walk that he and his wife do it at their house. And Dave, if you can get down there for next Halloween, let me know when you're going because I want to go too. And because Steve is a super great guy. I'm not sure how we got talking about Steve and his Grimwood Hollow walk, but check it out. We had him on last week.
I'm going to be traveling down through there, and that's one of the things I want to do is to go by and see the Grimwood Hollow Halloween spectacular.
Spooktacular.
Spooktacular. I'm sorry.
Come on, get it straight, man. What is wrong with you? What is wrong? Anyway, so we're looking at Adobe's numbers for business and marketing and sales in 2022. So obviously the biggest are going to come on Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday is the Monday after Thanksgiving. That is when all of the best online deals and most of the online shopping takes place. And I think a big boost to that is also when Amazon tends to put out their best deals, their better deals. And a lot of the online stores, actually a lot of retail shops, brick and mortar retail shops that have an online presence, they need to compete with that. They feel they need to compete with that. So they will then emulate whatever Amazon is doing. And that's where a lot of that comes from, frankly. So Jeff Bezos did something right there. But check this out, 209.7 billion with a B dollars estimated this year. It's amazing. So you will see.
It's good, but how does that reflect versus 2021, 2020, and 2019? Now, I like
Yeah, and that's the thing. They don't have the year-over-year stats.
Include 2019 in all of my stats.
Right, because everything changed in 2020. The world turned upside down.
Yeah, it was a very different world. So I like to challenge. What are we doing? Did we have true growth, or did we cannibalize certain parts of our business? So you can't look at them. You can't look at them in a vacuum and say, "Hey, we did 209 billion." Well, just last year we only did 100 billion. Well, I mean, this is 100+% growth. But did you cannibalize some of your in-person sales? How did that work out?
Right.
So I always like to challenge back to 2019 because that was our last one before
there was
a huge paradigm shift.
Right. There was quote unquote
in how
normal
we went to market. Yes. Well, I use the words paradigm shift because that's technically what it is of how we went to market.
Right.
So,
but
that's just how I view things.
This next slide I find to be really, really ultra interesting. Okay. Ultra interesting. Not even just interesting, ultra interesting.
Ultra.
So, this is
ultra interesting.
This is a graph of look, I told you I nerd out over stats. I love
graphs.
I love graphs, I love stats. Check this out. And this is going to blow your mind, a lot of you people. So,
all right, I'm looking.
This is talking about some of the best
Blow me, West.
So,
what do we got? That sounded wrong, didn't it?
Phrasing, David. Phrasing.
Your phraseology was
Look,
off.
this might have been the wrong show to talk about starting an OnlyFans page.
All righty. Okay. All right. So what's going to shock us on this?
Okay. Here's the cool thing. Here's what I love to see and to point out to everybody out there. Not just people with businesses, people who want to go shopping this holiday season. This is a graph of the best discounts that you are going to receive up to this point. Now, this stat ends at 11/18. Look, that's fine. But this shows you the trend that's happening right now. As we get closer to the holiday shopping season, guess what? The best deals, best discounts are going down.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're getting a lower price on a product. That means you're receiving a less profitable or a less beneficial deal or discount for you, the shopper. Okay? What this means is the closer we get to the feeding frenzy that is Black Friday or Cyber Monday, the fewer discounts you will be receiving. Okay? Big companies, they know this. They know that they don't need to put out the best deal, the best bargain on Black Friday or Cyber Monday because there's a feeding frenzy happening. You will be out shopping. Your cohorts and your friends and your spouses will be out shopping. Now, there will be some what they call loss leaders. Have you heard this phrase before, loss leaders?
I love loss leaders.
What this is...
Every business out there should have
right.
at least 1 to 5 loss leaders.
Loss leaders, think of loss leaders as, remember Shark Week when they chum the waters? That's a loss leader.
That is a loss leader.
Right. So a loss leader...
out there, the small shark get it, and then the megalodon comes by. It's like...
Well, so a loss leader is basically when you have a TV, and you may get 5 of them, like 5 ultra giant flat screen TVs or 5 laptops. Super small numbers, but they mark them down ultra low prices. Okay,
yeah,
and
so your margin is basically non-existent on that.
Right. So they mark these prices down to the point they're taking a loss, but there's only like 5 or maybe even 10 of them. So most people who go out shopping for these things will never get them, but they see the ads for them and they say, "Look at these amazing deals! I got to go out and get this thing."
Look at this amazing deal.
But unless you, but chances are you'll never get one because there were only 5 in the first place. Yeah. That's a loss leader. Here's what's happening. big companies, they put out a few lost leaders, they advertise the heck out of them, so to chum the waters, to get you out shopping, to get you in that feeding frenzy. And as you can see, this is from Adobe, not from me. The number of deals, the amount of savings that you as a shopper will receive are actually going down the closer you get to holiday season. So look, I hate to be one of those people who says you should have bought it 6 months ago for Christmas. You should have bought it 6 months ago for Christmas because the trends are telling you now your deals are going way down.
Also, I'm going to share with you, if you're looking for that ultra amazing television, Black Friday and Christmas is not the time to buy the television.
No.
Crazy enough, market research would indicate that Super Bowl is when you want to buy a TV. That is when you're going to get the steepest discount on the best product. They are not trying to push out their low quality products with a single backlit pane. You can grab an OLED screen during the Super Bowl area and the Super Bowl time frame, and you're going to get a much deeper discount at that point on a television than what you're going to get during Black Friday.
I'll go you one better. The best time to get a big screen TV isn't on Super Bowl weekend. It's the week after Super Bowl weekend.
Yes, after all this other stuff. After everybody's like, oh crap, we didn't sell this.
No. Because here's what some people do. They'll buy a big screen TV for the weekend, then return it, and then you get to buy it on open box prices.
I will tell you this right now. I am an absolute fan of open box items, especially in electronics world. Understanding
because that's what people do.
If you buy a product and it's going to come with the same warranty, I'm going to spend 10 to 20% less on it, and I still get to maintain the same buy date warranty. Yes, thank you very much. I will take two.
Right.
And I did that with drones a couple of years ago. I walked in. Actually, I didn't buy them new, but I walked in and I was talking with a guy and I said, "Hey, blah 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 blah," and he sells me on a drone.
Yeah.
And then as I turned to walk away, I'm like, you know what? I want two of these. So I went back and bought another one.
Yeah.
Just because the discount was there, the margin was there, and I knew that I was not going to get a better price until probably 2 to 3 generations down the line on that device.
Right. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
So the thing is look, if you own a product, if you have a product or a business, product or service under any business model, don't feel like you need to undersell your competition, especially this time of year, because the big companies are not doing that. The big companies are not giving as deep a discount as you might think they are.
Yeah.
Because, and here's the thing, David, what do we always say about a race to the bottom?
When you have a race to the bottom, everyone loses.
That's absolutely it. So regardless.
Do not get into a race to the bottom. Big Bentley's Petless Supply. Do not get into a race to the bottom. There may be Jimbo's fish and shrimp and stain remover coming out soon, and they're 15 cents less than you per ounce. If I were you, I'd raise your price.
Raise the price and sell it as a premium product.
You are a premium product. Be a premium product. We talked about this. We did a video a few months ago about Palessi, about the Payless shoes.
That's right.
Thing. And that premium products will attract a premium price. A premium price will attract. Now this I did not. Now please understand. I'm not saying a premium product. I'm saying a premium price will attract premium buyers.
It's absolutely true.
Now, you should be able to back up your product for your price. But we have proven, and it's not even us, we're using other people's proof to show that the premium product doesn't actually have to be a premium product, but the premium price matters more.
Right.
Do not discount your stuff, raise your price.
Yep, that's absolutely true.
Do not get into a race to the bottom. You are not trying to shop on volume. You are not trying to sell on volume. You are not a competition. You are not in competition with Amazon. You are not in competition with Walmart.
Dude, I'm so glad you said that.
That you are.
Yeah. If you even try to think you can compete with Amazon or Walmart on volume, you're already out of business.
Yeah,
Already out of business.
we talked about Xerox, and I'm pretty sure it was Konica Minolta who came out afterwards, and they didn't have the support structure to have a service technician in your area within 24 hours or within 8 hours or whatever it was that Xerox was putting. And they said, well, how do you do this? Well, and they basically said, our machines don't break down. And that's what they did. They put a higher quality product on the market that didn't break down, so they didn't have to have a worldwide footprint to do it.
Right. David.
Don't compete in your niche. Don't compete against somebody who's outside of your niche. Period. Ever.
And that's it.
I say ever, but when it's time for you to ignore me, you'll know it.
But you're totally right, though.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. So don't race to the bottom.
Of course I'm
Don't
right.
undercut yourself, especially this time of year. You still need to make your profit margins. You need to come out in the black at the end of the year. Do not undercut yourself this time of year. I promise you, nobody else is.
Yeah,
they have lost leaders to make it look like they are, but they are not.
Yeah.
And because here's the thing, so you have your discounts that show the amount of deep discounts coming are actually
I'll have another redhead.
decreasing this time of year.
Redhead.
I'll have one too, please.
Are you going to drink with this one?
Well, I mean, maybe if this guy will do some work, I might.
I'm not doing any work. I'm drinking beer, having fun.
I'll have the
Pretty good at drinking beer.
Thanks. So look, but it's true. Don't undercut yourself this time of year, because not only are we seeing this on the big discounts, we're seeing this on peripheral discounts. The number of peripheral discounts are going down this time of year. These companies, they put out loss leaders to make it look like they have a lot of deals. They don't, I promise you. Do not undercut yourself.
Yeah.
Do not fall into the game that the big companies want consumers to believe. When you're in business, think like a business. Don't think like a consumer. Okay.
So actually that right there is a show in and of itself. Is when you're in business to think like a business and not to think like a consumer.
Yeah, that'd be a great show.
It is. That is complicated. Oh my God, it's complicated.
Look, I'm deep. That's what I got to say, man.
That is. Wow.
Did I just blow your minds?
You did warn us that you were going to blow my mind, and you know what? You took a while, but you got there because that's that saying. They're like, be humble but be proud, or blah blah blah, and all these things that are literally almost impossible to do. Think like a business and not like a consumer. When almost every other breath we talk about is about how to focus on the consumer.
Right. You need to be consumer-centric.
Yes.
Be consumer-centric.
Yes, there's a big difference between consumer-centric and thinking and trying to run your business like a consumer.
Right.
That is a show. That is an important show.
We got a show for next week.
Really important show.
We got a show for next week. Let's make it happen.
Next week, maybe Thursday, by the way.
Oh, what are you doing next Wednesday? What's going on?
Thursday. I'll be in New Hampshire.
He's very, very New England fancy these days. So look, I'm not judging.
I got things to do.
He drinks tea with his pinky out. Is all I got to say.
I got big hands. I drink almost everything with my pinky.
It's
out.
fair point.
Mainly because there's no more room. So I don't have it. I don't have it in here. But I was in Orlando last week, and the mini bar in the hotel we were in had 7-ounce Corona bottles, and I put this Corona bottle in my.
Did it look like you were drinking one of the tiny little airplane
It
booze
looked like I was
bottles?
drinking the little teeny tiny bottles you get a liquor.
Yeah, the ones in the airplane, the little single serve.
The Red Bull. Or
Yeah.
not the Red Bull. What's the one thing about the cinnamon stuff? Fireball.
Fireball?
Yeah,
the little fireballs.
little fireball.
My
drinks.
current wife loves those.
Yeah. So I had this beer in my hand. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need a few more of these. And there were like eight of them next to me, and I'm like, all right, well, I had one beer.
Right.
It's just going on and on. I got a picture of it somewhere. I'll
It's
share
pretty
it out to
fun.
you.
Well,
I'll share it to you. It's pretty fun.
You do have like elephantiasis of the hands. It's fine.
Man, they're going on shot ski number 3, and we have nothing to do with it. All right, we need to get out for this show so we can go do some shot skis with people.
Yeah, these people know how to do it. They're doing Hofbrauhaus right.
They're tearing it up over here.
So, look,
Look at that guy's beard.
basically, don't undercut yourself. Nobody else is. They're
Yeah.
making it look like they are. Think like a business, not like a consumer.
Yeah.
I just blew his mind. All right.
Yeah, so that's crazy there. So, I'm all the time talking about, you see the things when people they come in and the one person says, I saved $1,000 a day, and the other person's like, how much did you spend?
Right. Exactly.
One of them is thinking like a consumer.
Yep.
The other is thinking like a business.
That's exactly it. You're right.
So,
You're right.
That's going to be a great show, and we should definitely. I wish we could have done it tonight. If we thought forward, and I'd actually been available and done a show last week, we could have done it this week, and it would be great going into Black Friday.
Look, David. Remember my catchphrase from 2 years ago? Hindsight is 2020.
That's you.
That's me.
That is
I
him.
knew it. Are you doing your straw?
I got my straw.
As usual, amazing service here at the Hofbrauhaus Columbus. Come on down, check out their Urbrow and their Hefeweizen.
Urbrow.
Thank you.
So I'll tell you, if you come here, just tell them you know David.
She has us. She knows.
Yeah. So I called in earlier, and I said, "Hey, blah blah blah, manager. I don't want to mention his name on the show here." And I said, "But sometimes they forget to put us at the table, so I'm going to go ahead and reserve and book that table." And they're like, "Okay, got it." I said, "Who's covering that area tonight?" And they said XYZ or ABC. And these are both new people.
Yeah.
So one of the veteran people here seen it.
They
and
knew
they're
better.
like,
They knew
"Oh,
better.
No. They're getting me." And it was that table is mine. Period.
Yeah, they know. David
great.
is Hofbrau famous, is what he's trying to say.
I'm not Hofbrau. We are Hofbrau famous.
Look, we're legends. He's using the royal.
Legend in our own minds.
He's using the royal we. It's
Royal.
we are not amused. Oh, we are very amused. Meaning David. So
I would love to argue that, but he's right.
it's true. It's totally true.
Actually, Klaus is out here.
Well, it's
somewhere
funny.
over
It's
there
it's
with
funny.
the calendars.
You mentioned to a few other people we'd be here, but none of our studio audience is actually hanging out with us. They're all just socializing.
They're over
Well, they're
They're
over there, but I don't think they realize we're still here.
We've got some fun people here.
They look fun.
Look fun. This guy's got a man bun.
Look. It's the 21st century. Man buns are a thing.
No, they're not. That guy's got a cool hat. These people are doing more shot skis.
Are they doing another shot ski over here?
The max I've done is 5 shot skis in a night.
It's a lot of shot skis.
Yes, it was a lot of shot skis.
We need to do another Steinholding competition. That's what we need to do.
Yes, we need to do that.
That was fun.
We can do it. We could do it. The only thing we got to do is time it with the staff here because it's a lot of extra work on them.
It
So
is.
we need to make
I'm not
sure- we
saying
need to make
tonight.
sure they're
I'm not
free.
saying.
Yeah, so definitely not tonight.
I'm not saying tonight.
So I'll tell you what, maybe the next time what we do is we'll plan it out. We'll do the Steinholding competition. You and your loved ones will be here and watching the Underdog journey. Doing the Steinholding competition to see what man or woman.
And I promise next
takes
week
away
we'll
with
actually
it.
have a real solid agenda with actual bullet points.
With 75 bullet points that
Minimum.
Dave ignores and makes up stuff. on
Minimum
the fly.
75 bullet points. Come on, you're selling my efforts short, David.
No, I'm selling my efforts on your hard work short.
Fair point.
So I've got my boss at work, who used to be my boss's boss, but now is my boss. And if they're talking about this and doing this, and they moved me at this conference last week, literally at the last moment said, "We're shifting you from this to that." I said, "What do we need to do?" He goes, "To be honest, Dave, I just thought you'd get up there and wing it." Like,
He knows you well.
I said, "Yep,
Yep.
that's what I'm going to do. That's how it's going
Well,
down."
look, had he given you an actual agenda, how closely would you have stuck to that agenda?
I would have used the topic,
Exactly.
which is exactly what I do
Exactly.
to you. You say, "Dave, I'm doing this." I'm like, I got it. We got this. Let's go.
Exactly. Look,
But, you know,
some
some
people
people
can wing it,
and-
some people need bullet points.
There are, and that's the key. Find your spot and do it. So it is 8:22 p.m. on Wednesday, and Michigan still sucks. Go Bucks! And
Michigan Mike, you can apparently suck it, according to David.
All right, so we need to have a little explanation for Michigan Mike. So Wes takes me to his local cigar lounge. This is months and months and months ago.
And they still remember you for this one
Yes,
thing.
I am FU Michigan Mike guy.
Right. That's how they know you.
Yeah, and I go in, and we have bourbon all over the place. Now,
There was a lot of bourbon.
there was a lot.
I mean,
of
there were
bourbon.
at least a
Dave
dozen
drank-
bottles.
Yeah, there was well over a dozen bottles. Dave drank a lot. That's me in the third person, by the way. Which drank that guy, not me. That guy drank a lot of bourbon.
Yeah.
And one of the guys in the thing, his name was Michigan Mike, and he is in fact the Michigan fan. And I basically was like, I like you. You're cool. You're cool. You're cool. F you. You're cool, and you're cool across the thing. So I am world famous now for being FU Michigan Mike.
Well, apparently Michigan Mike is also, we didn't realize at the time, is also kind of a high roller in this arena.
That's fine. So am I.
Look, they don't know David. It's fine.
It's fine. It's
They do
okay.
now.
You know what? They come visit me at the Carnegie Lounge in New York City. It'd be cool.
It's true. Look, so
It's cool.
we need to make a tour of the coolest spots in cities, well, that you're no longer a part of.
I can still do
We
it.
need to make that round between Boston and New York. Make a round of the coolest spots.
You know what? I say we put it out even further. If you got a spot that is absolutely cool, cigar friendly,
Ah,
bourbon
yeah.
friendly in your town,
Let us know.
let us know. We will do everything we can.
We want to be there.
We want to go.
Yeah.
We want to have a cigar.
That'd
we
be a
wanna
cool.
drink
That'd be a
bourbon
cool series of shows.
and do a thing and make it happen.
We may even go internationally. I hear some news. There might be some international travel happening.
There absolutely is some international travel in our future, and that will be a time.
Look, I'm not
that'll be
disclosing it.
for
I'm not disclosing anything. I'm just saying it's a
just
possibility.
saying-
There could be
I'm
some
just
international.
saying
There could be some Underdog international action going on.
Yeah, there could be. There absolutely will be some Underdog International action happening, and I look forward to it.
Yeah.
It's going to be some. It's going to be some good fun, great shows, and while I do laugh at West, I do on his 75 bullet points. His topics and agendas are top notch. I love talking about them, and I can't wait to get to next week's.
David, you're a good man.
Of course, I am.
With that, we should probably sign off.
It absolutely. That also is true. This also is the truth.
It's
That being that, he's been Wes.
he's been David.
This has been the Underdog Journey, and we'll catch you next time.
Next
was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt fool cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt fool cause the funkin' was good.